refused to go to bed until I unpacked every one of her bags.
We must let them rest. Oh, it's stifling. We must always have air.
I'll leave this here.
I'll miss you.
It's been so many years.
Yes, but now my nephew needs you. You are his nanny, and you know his ways.
Your sister's in so much pain. I hate to think about it. Why did the new maid can't make her comfortable?
I'll manage. Please don't fuss.
Suppose the new wife takes against me? Then what? She's been so demanding.
She's the proud daughter of the dead general. Do you remember? She used to ride with him, all in black, a long riding coat, a feather in her hat.
Yes, I never imagined Jorgen would marry her.
Dr. Jorgen Tissman. He's a doctor now.
Yeah, she told me last night. Very firmly.
And the great honor was bestowed while they were abroad. Isn't it wonderful?
Yes, though I'm not surprised. He's always been very smart. Though he never said anything about curing people.
Oh, no. He's been awarded a doctorate. It's an academic term, doctors of letters and so on. Though soon, he might acquire an even more prestigious title.
Oh?
I don't want to curse it. How I wish my brother could rise from the grave and see what's become of this little boy. What exactly are they doing with this room?
I don't know. She said she's got big plans.
Aunt Juliana!
Hello!
Oh, what a surprise!
To make sure I settled in.
Shall I ask if Mrs. Tessman has any needs?
Oh no, better not. She'll make her needs known. But perhaps you could put this somewhere.
Oh, have a good day.
I filled that case. It was bulging. Documents, papers, and artifacts. Extraordinary finds from far-flung archives. Treasures unseen for decades.
I'm so glad your honeymoon was productive.
Oh, shall I take it?
Oh, I bought it for Hedda's sake.
It's quite the hat.
I want her to think of me as sophisticated.
How could she not?
Oh, it's so lovely to see you alive and well. Your father would be so proud of you.
Oh, how's Aunt Rena?
No improvement. She can't even leave her bed. It won't be long. What will I do when she's gone and I no longer have you? No one to care for.
No. I'm still here.
Hedda Gabler.
Yes!
She had so many admirers.
A swarm of suitors.
And she chose you.
Well, it seems I'm the envy of my friends.
You've been away too long, almost 6 months.
Yes, it was a research trip and a honeymoon combined.
So do you have something to tell me?
About?
Do you have some news?
Oh, yes! I'm going to be made professor. But you knew that.
Was it expensive, the trip?
Oh, extremely. The grant was essential.
Even so, it must have stretched you.
Well, yes, but Hedda really needed it. I mean, we both did.
Have you looked around the apartment?
Oh, I've been up since dawn. It's colossal. Such space and light. It's endless. And the smaller rooms next to Hedda's boudoir, I don't know what we'll do with them.
You'll find you used to it, God willing.
Oh, actually, they would make the perfect library. Hedda coveted this place. Before we got engaged, she'd come here and say that's the only building that I can live in. And then the day we leave the country, this whole floor came up for sale. Oh, thank you. You and Brack have worked miracles. He told Hedda the moment he had secured it, he'd even arranged a mortgage. The terms are really quite reasonable.
Are you sure?
Well, it's daunting, but I knew that.
But how will you furnish it? Carpets, curtains, things?
Oh, we'll furnish it slowly, as and when we can.
You can't live like that. She won't tolerate it. Let me handle it. I have some savings you can use.
What? No, but you and Aunt Rena live off the interest.
I'm sure Brad was a finance man who can make it work. You're a poor boy without parents. I like to lavish you. Let me.
But my dear aunt...
It's my gift. Pay me back when you can. And if you can't, then don't. Your parents were so devoted to you, and so am I.
Oh, you You've made so many sacrifices for me.
Helping you to progress has been a great cause, and now you're so close to the summit.
I've been lucky.
I can feel it. This is your moment. You must take it. And those people who blocked your way, those sneerers, well, look at you now. And that loathsome man, Elliot Lovepop, your supposed rival. Where is he now? In drunken squalor, no doubt, forgotten, a failure.
Have you heard about him since I was away?
No news. He published a book.
Huh? What? When? What kind of book?
A book no one talks about. When new work appears, that will be the event.
A new book?
May I ask, what are you working on?
Oh, it's an anthropological study.
Heaven.
It's mainly focused on pre-industrial European cultures,
Bliss.
particularly on the domestic handicrafts of medieval Brabant.
What a subject. What a mind you have.
Oh, I wish I could start, but I've got mountains of research to collate.
Just like your father, always peering at paperwork.
Well, being here and feeling settled will help immensely.
And being here with the woman of your life.
Yes, of course. She's magnificent.
Oh, good morning, dear Hedda. A very good morning.
It's enchanting to see you so early.
I had to make sure I slept peacefully.
I slept adequately.
You were dead to the world.
The maids left it open.
I'll close it.
No, please. It softens the light. We need a gale. The flowers reek. Are you going to sit down?
Now that you know all is well, I'll leave you. I must return home to my sister.
Oh, please, send her my love. I'll come see you later.
Oh, I really forgot. I have a surprise for you.
But you didn't.
I really did.
Oh, but I'm so touched. Hedda, you won't believe this.
Try me.
Oh, my faithful old slippers.
We talked of them all honeymoon.
I miss them passionately. Come and admire them.
And then marrying from afar.
It's my Aunt Irina. She was desperately ill. She lay in bed and re-embroidered these. Oh, that's love. Oh, the memories, the things they've seen.
Darling, you're making me jealous.
Quite right, Hedda.
Nonsense. She's family, and so are my slippers.
The maid has to go.
You don't mean but.
What? No, surely not.
He's left his hideous old hat.
Hedda.
What if someone comes over and sees this?
Darling, that's Auntie's hat.
This?
Yes. And I can assure you it's not old.
Well, I didn't examine it in detail.
In fact, it's the first time I've worn it.
What a maiden voyage to remember.
Don't be mean. You're beautiful.
Yes, you really do. Oh, wait, don't go. I need your advice. Come, look at Hedda. Look how lovely she is.
That's no news. She's been lovely all her life.
Yes, but have you noticed a change in her? Might she be a touch fuller or a little heavier, more buxom?
She's put on weight, you see?
Well, it's hard to see it when she's dressed, but I alone have privileged access.
You'll have no access.
Well, it could be that the mountain air is affected
I'm
more.
the same as I ever was.
Well, so you insist. But what do you think, Auntie?
She's lovely. Hedda is lovely.
Just let me go.
I'll visit every day.
Yes, well, you're most welcome. Oh, come tonight.
Farewell.
What are you looking at?
The leaves. They're yellowing.
Yes, it's September.
It's September already.
I'm sorry about Aunt Jane. She was nervous and it makes her try too hard.
Was she offended?
Not for long.
I'll be next to her tomorrow.
Good. Could you do something for me
Maybe.
to please her? Could you try and call her Auntie?
It's wrong of you to ask. I'll call her aunt now then, but that's my limit.
Fine. It's just not that you're part of the family.
No! I don't know.
What?
My piano. It doesn't belong here.
Once we've got more money and we
No,
can
I don't want to get rid of it. Maybe we can move it to the back room and then change it when we can.
Yes, of course. We can do what we want.
Oh, these weren't here.
Oh, Auntie must have left them.
I'll come back later. Oh, guess who? Try.
I really can't.
It's signed Mrs. Alston.
How strange. It's Mrs. Rising in a former life.
Yes, pretty Thea Rising with a wavy hair, going about town beguiling all the men, you included.
That was years ago, before I met you.
Auntie should visit. I wasn't that close to her in school.
Oh, I haven't seen her in God knows. The last I heard, she sort of moved out to the countryside, you know, to the middle of nowhere.
Oh, I heard Elliot Lundberg moved out that way.
Yes, I heard that too.
It seems we share a source.
The lady from before has come back. She left those flowers.
Well, let her in. Fancy. Ah, Thea, it's so nice to see you.
It's been a long time.
Yes, for eons. This way, this way.
And thank you for these.
The,
What are they?
the flowers.
I wanted to come yesterday afternoon, but then I was told you were still abroad. I've been in despair.
Why? Has something happened?
Yes, but there's no one else I can turn to.
Well, you must sit down and tell us all.
Oh, I can't sit.
Oh, you can and you must.
No, speak.
Is it a domestic problem?
Yes, and no. Oh, I can't. You might not understand.
Oh, they're very understanding. Up with it.
Yes, but it's possible you know already.
No, we don't.
Elliot Lundberg is here in the city. He's here now.
He's here? God, Hedda, he's come back.
Yes, I've just been told.
He's been here a week. He's alone. It's lethal. The people he'll fall in with. I dread to imagine what could happen.
What does Lundberg have to do with you?
He's been tutoring my children.
Your children.
My husband's. I don't have any.
So, to be clear, he's a tutor to your stepchildren.
Yes.
So, forgive me, he's employable, he's gotten sober, he's clean?
Yes, for a good few years.
Yes, well, that's wonderful news. Hedda!
I heard. But now that he's back, I fear that he'll be tempted back to his old ways. It could kill him.
Why has he come back to the city?
Because his new book's been published to great acclaim.
This book of his, what is it exactly?
It's a series of critical essays on modern culture. You didn't see the reviews?
No, we didn't. We were away. It was a sort of retreat. We avoided the news. But presumably it's just his old stuff reheated as it
No. He wrote it over the last 2 years. He was inspired, relentless. He produced prose like a flame of indignant genius. I'm quoting.
Have you seen him here?
No, I didn't know where he was staying, but I do now.
Well, isn't it strange that your husband sent you on this mercy mission? Why not come himself?
My husband is very busy. And
Yes.
there was some shopping I needed to do. I hope Lovelock will come and see you. When you were friends together, when you were schoolmates together, you were such close friends. If he does, whatever state he's in, I beg you, please help him.
I'll do everything that I can.
You're so kind, as ever. Thank you. My husband will be so grateful.
Do you think you should write Lundberg a note so he knows that he's welcome?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Perhaps you should do it now.
Yes, if you could.
Certainly, what's his address?
Oh, here.
Excellent. Now, where did I leave my slippers?
Write it length, but keep it light.
Consider it done.
And please don't mention I told you anything.
That goes without saying.
If he knew that I'm worried about him, he'd be furious.
Any further requests?
Now we can talk in private.
There's nothing more to say.
Oh, there's so much more.
I should go.
No! I want to learn from you. Tell me about your marriage.
I'd rather not.
Why? We're old friends from school.
Yes, but you were a few years above me, and to be frank, I was frightened of you then.
Frightened?
Extremely. Whenever we would pass each other in the stairs, you would pull my hair.
Me? No.
And one time you threatened to set fire to it.
I'm sure it was just boisterous girlishness.
Well, perhaps I was unable to detect it. In those days, we moved in very different social circles, and in truth, we still do.
And yet, here we are, having an intimate discussion about our shared past. I think you misremembered our relationship. I'm sure we used to confide in one another and call each other by our Christian names.
No, we really didn't.
Well, then from now on we will. Friends? Yes?
I'm not used to such kindness.
So you call me Hedda like before, and I'll call you my dearest Freya.
It's Thea.
So it is. When you said you're not used to kindness, do you mean at home?
I have no home. I've never felt at home.
I sense it.
Yes.
Didn't you move out to the countryside to become Mr. Alston's housekeeper?
I was employed as his governess, but then his wife, his then wife, was very poorly. She was dying, so I had to look after the house as well.
And when nature took its course, they became mistress of the house.
Yes.
How long have you been married?
5 years, but the last 2 or 3,
Yes?
I wish I could tell you.
If I recall correctly, didn't Elliot Logberg moved out to this countryside, I don't know, 3 years ago?
Yes.
And do you know him then?
No, only by reputation.
But he came to your home.
Every day to teach the children. I couldn't manage both their education and the house. It's huge. It was all just too much.
Surely your husband was there to help you.
No, he's often away in business. He's a civil servant.
He left you alone with the tutor?
And the children.
Is he kind to you, your husband?
I think he thinks so.
Well, presumably he's older than you.
Oh, by decades.
But you still love him.
I don't like a single thing about him. We don't have anything in common. Not a single feeling or thought.
But I'm sure he cares for you in his own way.
No, I'm useful to him and cheap to keep.
Oh, Thea, don't belittle yourself.
It's true. He cares only for himself and occasionally for his children.
And Elliot Logberg.
I doubt it.
Well, he sent you all the way here to rescue the absent tutor. And he told my husband how proud your husband would be.
Yes. Oh, what does it matter? The fact is, my husband doesn't know I'm here.
No.
Last night, I packed a bag, just the essentials, and then I quietly closed the front door, and I took the train here. I've left him.
How daring.
I just couldn't stand it there any longer. It was so lonely out there.
But what will he say when he comes back to an empty house?
I don't care.
And what will people say? I mean, you left those children, you abandoned, you bolted.
Let them in God's name say what they will. I've done what I had to.
Brave little Thea. But what now? Where will you go?
All I know is that I must live where Elliot Logberg lives, if I am to live at all. I've said too much. I must go.
Oh, please don't. How did this friendship start?
Slowly, cautiously. For some reason, I began to have an influence over him. One by one, he gave up his old habits. I didn't ask him to. It wasn't my place. But he sensed that I disapproved, and he gradually reformed himself.
You gave him new life.
Well, that's what he says. But in turn, he's influenced me. He's taught me to recognize myself, what I want and need. He's shown me how to think for the first time. He's taught me how to feel.
He's tutored you.
Oh no, we're equals. We learn from each other. We talk infinitely without boundaries. And he let me share in his work. He let me in. He wanted my help. Imagine. And now we work late into the night, swapping pages and rewriting each other.
Like colleagues.
So much more. Like friends, comrades, twins. But I should be elated. fated. Though I can't be. I know that it won't last, though I pray that it will.
Why wouldn't it last?
There's another woman.
No.
She's like a shadow falling between us.
Who is she?
I don't know, someone from his past, but he can't forget her.
Well, what did he say about her?
He only mentioned her in passing.
Yes, what did he say?
He said that when it ended, she tried to shoot him.
How common.
I heard that, I think that she's a cabaret artiste. He once mentioned a glamorous singer with red hair.
Sounds grotesque.
I heard someone saying she carries a gun.
It must be her.
But what can I do? She's here now. And apparently, she works in a sordid little nightclub.
Shh. Our secret.
Yes, all of it.
I have finished the epistle, and it was surprisingly hard to find the right tone. Care to check it?
Beautifully put.
Thank you.
Send.
Judge Bragg is at the door. She would like to pay her respects.
Let her in.
Too early?
Never.
But you're always welcome. Oh, this is Mistress Elstead.
Bragg, delighted.
It's remarkable to see you in the morning.
And
You look younger.
too kind.
Oh, but what about Hedda? Isn't she
Oh,
blooming?
not this again. We should be thanking our friend for helping us secure this apartment. Forgive me, my friend is burning to leave.
Is your bride satisfied?
I'm sorry?
This?
Oh! Yes, it's going to be perfect. We can't thank you enough.
Need a word.
The, financing?
No, that can wait. Though, I still maintain that you should have bought a smaller, more affordable place downstairs.
Oh, Hedda wouldn't stand for it. You know her. She said the place downstairs, it was a dark and pokey hole.
How very her.
Yes, well, once the professorship comes through, everything will be affordable.
These things can take time. It won't be good if it drags on.
Have you heard something?
Nothing specific. Though I do hear that Lovebird has returned.
I know.
How?
Hedda's friend told us.
I didn't quite catch her name.
Mrs. Elstead.
Ah,
Apparently he's a changed man.
so they say.
No, he's got a new book.
Hmm?
I'm told it's excited much attention.
It's excited an unusual amount of attention for a book of its nature.
What a talent he was. I thought it was finished.
That was certainly the consensus.
Well, he's come back from the wilderness. That takes guts. But what will he live on?
Royalties!
They're never enough.
Always talking about money.
Well, we're talking about Elliot Lovebird, actually.
What's his problem?
He squandered his inheritance years ago. But now he's back to writing. How will he survive?
There I can throw some light. As you know, he's from a well-connected family. They thought of him as their greatest hope.
Yes, before they disowned him.
Well, his dissolute days are over, according to Mrs. Alston.
And what with their new book?
Yes, well, I hope they'll be generous. Actually, I've just invited him over for dinner.
But you're busy. You're coming to my sorry tonight. You promised.
You forgot?
I'm so sorry.
You can still come. It's not like Lovebird will accept your invitation.
Why not?
It's better you know now. You mustn't count on this promotion. This appointment may not transpire as quickly as you were expecting or hoping.
What's happened?
The post is a university position. The university must be seen to consider all applications. It can't be done with a wink and a handshake. You may have competition.
You mean there are other candidates?
So it seems.
One in particular?
I'm afraid so.
No. That's unthinkable. It's impossible.
Nonetheless, we may yet experience it.
But this shows a profound lack of respect towards me. I've been at the university forever. I'm known. I'm a married man, and we got married based on an expectation, and I was led to believe that it was all but done. We're in heavy debt. We owe you, we owe my aunt, we owe the bank. Dear God, we borrowed against the promise of disappointment. He can't do this to me.
My dear fellow, you will get the professorship, but you must accept the necessity of due process. In short, a contest.
So, me versus him.
It's a duel.
This is our future. How can you joke about it?
I'm not. I'm braced for the outcome.
You, in turn, must accept that your current financial situation is precarious. You must be patient before you set about the property in this extravagant manner you've been threatening.
Don't patronize us. None of this makes a difference. We'll do what we want.
I'm sure. I'll come for you later.
What? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I can't think.
Farewell from the fallen house of Teslin.
Farewell.
Oh, goodbye. We've been living in a fantasy world.
Have we, darling?
To get married and buy all this based only on prospects?
Good point. Well made.
Still, at least we have the home that we long for. And we have each other.
But you promised that we'd host and entertain. This was supposed to be our desirable residence.
I know, but it's not possible, not yet. The parties, the fabulous guests, and the sparkling conversation, that's all going to have to wait. I wanted it too. I wanted to watch my beautiful, amazing, gorgeous wife presiding over the great and the good. But for the time being, it's just us. And Aunt Juliana.
So I don't get a butler.
No!
I don't get my horse.
What horse?
Gone.
Yes, it's gone. There was never a horse.
Well, at least I have something to please me. Something I love.
Well, of course you do. I'm here for you.
I meant my pistols.
What?
My father's guns.
Hedda, no.
General Gabler's pistols.
No, please don't. It's too dangerous.
Hello there.
Good afternoon.
Same to you.
I'm going to shoot you.
What? No! Put it down! Put the gun down!
This is how I treat intruders.
You're insane!
Did I hit you?
Enough!
Do come in.
Explain yourself.
I like shooting into the clear blue sky.
With your permission, Mrs. Tessman. Your father's favorite.
There's nothing to do here.
No visitors?
No one.
Husband not home?
Straight from work, off to the aunties.
Ah. Foolish of me.
Why?
If I known he dashed off, I could come earlier.
There was no one here. I took to my bed.
We might have conversed through a crack in your door.
You forgot to arrange one.
My second foolishness.
Well, we'll have to make do in here. It won't be long.
I'm ever patient.
Well,
Well,
I asked first.
what's on your mind?
It's been a long time since we talked,
Alone?
I suppose.
I was here every day, wishing you'd come back.
I felt the same way.
Why? I thought you were ecstatic in your new life.
Why? whatnot.
It's his calling, in part.
There was no one there, no one from our world. No one to talk to for 6 months.
I can imagine your frustration.
And what is absolutely unendurable is to be stuck with the same person. Always and eternally.
Day and night.
I said always and eternally.
Ah. He's a perfectly decent man. You'll find ways to live with him.
He's an academic.
As you knew.
Academics are no fun. Not to travel with, not for the journey.
But if you love him,
Don't be wet.
Hedda,
Try living with it. He lectures in boson, anthropological this, historical that.
always and eternally.
And I'm not interested to know about middle-aged truck makers, and I don't want to know anyone who is.
Well,
What?
isn't it obvious? Why did you marry him?
It was time. I felt old. Burnt out. I was tired of my chaotic life. I had to settle. And I settled for him. I'm terrible.
True, but you're not a Spence Force. That's not what I see.
And he's a fine man.
Consistent, honest, reliable. A rarity.
There's something wrong with him.
No,
And perhaps one day he'll be successful.
he has great promise.
He's so movingly determined to provide and care for me. It's hard to resist.
There it is.
None of my other suitors cared a fig for me.
I did.
You weren't a suitor. You're a confirmed bachelor.
But one who regards the institution of marriage as sacred.
I'm sure.
I like to come and go. To visit as a trusted guest of the house.
Of the man of the house.
Generally, I prefer the wives, and then the husbands if need be. These triangular associations often reward handsomely. All parties can be nourished according to need.
I would have liked a third party on my honeymoon.
Yes, well, it's over.
But the journey here is so long.
One can break a journey, or end it. You simply jump off the train.
I can't jump, I won't.
No?
I'd rather be safely seated in the carriage with my reliable companion.
But supposing another passenger came in.
Well, that would depend.
Let's say she was trusted.
Lively and entertaining?
She knows nothing of shrug makers.
Well, that might be a relief. Were I on a train?
Oh, Brad! Am I late?
No, I'm early.
More books.
And journals, I just had to have them.
Had to.
I must keep up with things. Oh, look! I bought Ellen Lovberg's new opus.
I might look at it later.
Well, I read some of it in the shop.
And what's your analysis, academically speaking?
Oh, it's beautifully written. It's carefully considered, complicated. He's changed his writing style, and for the better. I can't wait to dive right into it. Oh, do I have to change?
No rush.
Oh, excellent. Oh, Hedda, Aunt Jay can come this evening.
Was it the hat?
No, it's because Aunt Rena is very ill.
She's always ill.
Yes, but today she is worse.
Shame.
Anyway, she was delighted to hear that you've been thriving.
These infernal aunts.
What?
Hmm?
Fine.
A hat?
His aunt left it lying around. I pretended I thought it was the maid's.
How could you abuse such a dear, sweet lady?
Rage! I can't control myself. Why is that?
You're not happy.
Why would I be?
You have the house you always wanted, the one you told Testman you dreamed of.
Ha!
You didn't want it?
Not at all.
I'm staggered.
Remember last summer when I let Tessman escort me from all the parties?
Yes, I was sadly unavailable.
Oh, you were most available to that loose little...
Shame on you! Continue.
Well, one day we stood outside this building, and Tessman was agonized by his inability to make romantic small talk. So I took pity on the mortified creature.
You took pity?
Yes, I certainly did. And I said, frivolously, that I always loved this building and I wanted to live here.
Then,
Terrible consequences.
frivolity punished.
And this building became our mutual passion. This was our secret place. And now, engagement, marriage, honeymoon, and whatever else comes next, all my fault.
You never even liked the place.
No! The outside is vulgar, and the inside smells of lavender and rose petals. Though I think Aunt Jane has something to do with this.
More probably the previous occupant, the minister's widow.
Oh, the sickly stench of death. Flowers after the ball. I'm dreading the bottom of living here.
Surely there must be something you can do to keep yourself occupied.
There's nothing. I have no talent for life. Well, it's just a whim.
Spit it out.
Do you think I can persuade Tesman to go into politics?
He'd be eaten alive.
Yes, but is he persuadable?
Possibly, but if he's not up for it, what's the point?
Well, for the relief from boredom and the hilarity of watching him fail.
Don't be wicked. Actually, do.
No, think about it. Why couldn't he become a cabinet minister?
Lesser mammals have managed it, but you need endless funds.
Our wretched poverty. All this scrimping and saving, it's so puny. That's what makes life so unbearable.
Or might the reason lie elsewhere? You're privileged. You've never had to fight or struggle for a cause.
I'm trivial.
One could make a case. But supposing life has plans for you, supposing it intends for you to suffer and to deepen accordingly,
How?
you and your husband have a major problem.
The professorship? That's Tesman's problem, not mine.
But what if life burdened you with a solemn responsibility? What then, dear Hedda?
Never. It won't happen.
I'll remind you of that next year.
I won't make something that makes demands, and neither will I be depended on.
Women often find that's their true calling.
If you knew me at all, you'd know my true calling.
Do tell.
To bore myself to death. And here's my assistant.
Any news from Lovebird?
No.
Ha!
He'll show up.
Why so sure?
What you told us this morning is idle gossip. Aunt Jay put it perfectly. Why would one of my closest and oldest friends stand against me? He simply won't. You're wrong, and there it is.
I applaud your optimism.
And now we shall wait for my loyal friend to arrive, and we'll take him over to your place for a merry old evening.
Splendid delusion.
And if you're not here to receive him, I'm here.
I'm not so sure that you should see him alone. We don't know his mood.
I won't be alone. Mrs. Elstad is coming. Three of us will have dinner.
It's fine.
Better for Lovebird too.
Why?
Oh, don't be gosh. Over the years, you've been a persistent mocker of my gentlemen's evenings. A euphemism for a drunken night of jollity and perversion. We wouldn't want the recovering Lovebird to lapse, Not that he's coming.
There's a man at the door. He says he's been invited.
Let him in.
Ah, spare me the gloating, don't say it.
So?
I told you. My old friend! Oh!
Thank you for your message. Oh. Hello.
Welcome to our home.
Hello, friend.
Dear chap.
So I heard that you're moving back to town.
Yes.
Well, that's great news. Oh look, I bought your new book today.
Oh, I'm grateful, but for God's sake, don't read it.
What? Why not?
It's rubbish. No substance. Although the spine is quite pretty, you can put it up for show on the shelf. When you have one.
I don't believe you.
It's been so well received.
That's why I wrote it. It's to please them.
Makes good sense.
No, it's cynical. I just needed to re-establish myself. Now, this is the real one. Almost done. And when it's finished, have a look at it. This is the book.
What is it?
A development.
Of what?
My book.
Your new book?
Exactly.
But your current one already goes up to the present day. What else is there?
It's the future.
But no one knows anything about it.
It's a good subject, right?
It's handwritten.
Always.
Yes, I remember. But this isn't yours? I mean, the handwriting varies.
Oh, I dictated some of it. It comes in two parts. The first is the mechanisms, then the second is conjecture of its nature.
I feel like a dinosaur.
Yes, well.
Yes, I thought we could discuss it together like old times.
Yes, I'd be delighted, but
You see, there's a party tonight at my place in honor of our friend.
I see. Then I should get going.
No! Well, join us. You'll be welcome.
No, I can't. Thank you.
It's a select gathering, no rowdiness, just a few friends relaxing.
You seem to forget I've been before.
Bring your manuscripts. You and Testament can use my study.
yeah, we could actually.
Well, stop. Mr. Loberg doesn't want to go. He'd much rather stay here and have dinner with me.
With you?
And Mrs. Elston.
Oh, I saw her today, in passing.
Oh, did you? Well, then you must stay, or she'll have no one to walk her home.
Then I'll stay. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
So, I was told in the bookshop that you're planning to give some lectures later this year.
Yeah, I need the fees and I want to discuss my ideas.
Right.
I'm sorry if it's awkward for you, considering we are in the same field.
No, not at all. You must do what you have to.
Oh, but I won't start my lectures until the appointment's been announced.
What?
I won't start lecturing until you've been anointed professor.
You mean you're not standing?
Oh, I love the respect and to lord it over you both, intellectually and morally. But no, I don't want the job.
You see? Ha! RJ was right. Hedda, are you listening? He's not going to stand in our way.
It's your way, darling. Gentlemen, would you like some cold punch?
We do have a bit of time.
Oh, I need one. What a day.
Mr. Loberg?
No, thank you.
Good God, man. Cold punch can hardly be classed as alcohol.
It is to me.
Would you like to see pictures of our honeymoon? We made a trip through Tyrol. My husband has helpfully annotated each image. The Otler Mountains near Murat.
Hedda.
Hmm?
Hedda Gabler.
That's my name. Or it used to be.
You threw yourself away.
Stop it.
You married him.
Yes. And this was taken in the Pezzo Valley. Look at those peaks. Darling, what are the peaks called?
Those are the Dolomites.
Dolomites. Thank you, dear one.
Oh, would you like a drink?
Yes, please. And some little nibbles if you could.
Cigarette?
No, thank you.
I shall return.
Why did you marry him?
Stop it, I'll throw you up.
My love.
Think it, but don't say it.
Do I offend your love for Mr. Testament?
Hardly.
You don't love him?
Neither will I betray him.
Hedda.
Cold punch and a selection of Bertha's assorted nibbles.
Why are you serving us?
Well, because I like it.
You brought 2 glasses. Mr. Loberg is not drinking.
Well, Mrs. Elston will be here soon. Had you forgotten?
Do you remember this little village?
Oh yes, it's underneath that, the Brenner Pass.
Where we met those ridiculous tourists.
Oh, you'd have loved it there. It was so pure.
Tell me, did you love me?
I'm not sure. I recall we were close, and we shared some secrets. You especially.
You asked me to.
I guess there was something quite brave and maybe delicious about our covert friendship.
Do you remember? I used to come over to your place in the afternoons, and your father would read the newspapers
While we sat together in the corner sofa.
and pretend to be engrossed in magazines.
Yes,
And I confess to you my sins, my drinking, my shame. You had such power. I was compelled to tell you everything.
I had power.
Yes, despite your age. And I remember the intimate questions you asked with such discretion.
Do you?
I was charmed by your boldness.
I prefer discretion.
How could you ask me such things?
How could you answer?
I don't know. You're saying what we had wasn't love.
I don't think so.
Then what?
I was a girl. You had secrets. I just wanted to know everything I was forbidden to know.
That's all it was?
Yes, I think so.
Well, whatever you claim, what we had was extraordinary. Why didn't it last?
It's because of you.
You wanted to end it.
It's because you endangered me. I liked the talking. I loved it. But then you imposed yourself on your bold young friend. You ruined it. You ruined us, and you know it.
You should have shot me, as you threatened.
I dread a scandal.
So it was cowardice.
Of course. And look, everything has been fine now. You have a whole new friendship at the Elstons.
I know she told you.
And do you tell her about us?
No, she wouldn't understand.
Why?
You've met her.
Hear my confession. When I threatened to shoot you that night, it wasn't my greatest act of cowardice.
Hedda, I understand.
Good, but don't rely on me. Ah, Thea, it's so nice to see you.
Should I say hello to your husband?
Oh, don't bother with him. He's going out partying.
But not with you?
No,
He's staying with us.
Perfect. Oh, it's such a pleasure to be here.
isn't she lovely?
Oh, she's the loveliest. One can admire her for days. I'm sure you do. Does the loveliness extend?
In all forms, you talk boldly, unconditionally, for hours.
With no need for discretion.
A union of souls.
Are you quoting here?
She has the courage to act when life demands it.
I'm not sure it's courage.
Yes, it is. And in you, it's boundless.
Courage is the most important quality.
You think so?
Without it, one can't actually live. Would you like some cold punch?
No, thank you.
And you, Mr. Lover?
No, thank you.
He really doesn't.
But I want you to.
Then I must disappoint you.
I'm powerless.
In this respect.
Well, one glass wouldn't hurt.
Hedda.
Also, it could be beneficial.
What do you mean beneficial?
You see, there are people, suspicious people, who don't believe that you've forsaken your old habits. And you need to prove to them that you can enjoy a tiny indulgence on special occasions.
Hedda, don't.
Who are these people?
Did you notice Brett?
No.
Didn't you see the way he looked at you when you wouldn't take a glass?
I expressed a preference and he respected it.
And rightly so.
Didn't you see the way he looked at Tesman when you didn't go that evening?
So? It's not a matter of dare.
That's how he took it.
Then let him.
So you won't be tempted to go that gentleman's evening.
No.
You see? There, steadfast and bold, like a reformed man should be. You see, Thea, there's no need to panic. He isn't going off the rails.
You panicked?
Oh God, why, Hedda, please? There's really no need to panic. He is going to be here for an evening of abstinence.
You doubted me?
Not Ken, why?
After all we've been through,
You've made me so unhappy.
my dearest, most trusted friend.
I always will be.
To your good health.
Oh God, why, Hedda? Why did you want to?
Oh, this is the last thing I want.
And your good health too, Mrs. Tasman. Thank you for your devotion to your truth.
Okay, steady now, my brave. You want to enjoy the party.
No, he's not going.
Shh, they're coming.
Time to go.
Time indeed.
And for me,
No, don't go.
does your invitation still stand?
You want to come?
Of course.
Marvelous.
And I'll bring this along with me.
Oh, but you must. How will Mrs. Elster get home?
Oh, we'll find a way.
Oh, I'll come and collect her. Around 10 o'clock, I suppose. Does it?
Yes, it suits perfectly.
Well, it's all settled then. Oh, darling, don't wait up for me. I might be late.
Oh, stay as long as you like. Stay forever.
And I'll be here when you return.
I promise.
After him.
To the road, gentlemen. Prepare for jollity, as a certain beautiful lady likes to put it.
If only she could attend, invisibly,
Why would she want to?
to witness your frolics.
I wouldn't recommend them to such a delicate soul.
Oh, no, you'd be appalled.
Farewell, dear ladies.
10 o'clock. Thereabouts.
10 o'clock. I can see him before me, heaty and bold, with vine leaves in his hair.
Vine leaves.
And he'll belong to himself again. He'll be free.
He is free.
Despite your doubts, I believe in him. And this experiment will prove me right.
I don't understand.
I finally have power over another.
But you have that already.
I've never had it.
Not over your husband.
Here? Not with the effort. You don't understand poverty. I mean, poorness of spirit. Look at your face. Look how you glow.
Let me
I'm
go.
gonna set fire to your hair.
You're hurting me.
Ma'am, table is set for dinner.
We're coming. I want to go home. Listen, you little idiot. You're gonna eat with me, and then you'll see. At 10 o'clock, he'll be here with vine leaves in his hair.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a 10-minute intermission. Please be seated at 8:20